Kendrick Lamar's lyrical onslaughts have defined a generation, but one rivalry, a decade-plus inferno, has captured global attention unlike any other. His lyrical war has seen careers questioned, families involved, and the soul of hip-hop debated. Think you've kept up with his every move in this colossal clash? Welcome to the Kendrick vs. Drake Fiercest Rap Beef Quiz Exposed. This isn't just about who dropped what track and when. We're digging deep into Kendrick's timeline, his intricate lyrical shots, the devastating allegations he's unleashed, and the shockwaves he's sent. Only true hip-hop heads are going to conquer the Kendrick-focused aspects of this historic beef and see how it connects to the larger battle. Let's see if you're one of them. Before the feud truly ignited, Drake was a titan in the music world, even collaborating with rising stars, including a notable one with Kendrick Lamar. Drake jumped on Kendrick Lamar's 2012 album for Poetic Justice, and they both featured on A$AP Rocky's Fuckin' Problems that same year. They even hit the road together on tour. It really seemed like a golden era of collaboration was dawning. But then, August 2013 rolled around, and the first major tremor hit from Kendrick's side, his now legendary verse on Big Sean's track, Control, where he called out a whole list of his peers by name, including Drake, declaring his intent to lyrically murder them. Drake, in a Billboard interview not long after, addressed Kendrick's verse directly, stating, "It just sounded like an ambitious thought to me. I know good and well that Lamar's not murdering me at all in any platform." Though he brushed it off, the lyrical gauntlet had been thrown in his direction, and the battle lines were definitely drawn. In the years following the Control verse, Kendrick Lamar was soaring to new heights of fame, racking up critical acclaim, even a Pulitzer Prize. While the overall beef with Drake felt more like a Cold War, Kendrick kept the rivalry bubbling with subtle digs and veiled shots from his corner. One moment that really stands out was in 2015, when Meek Mill famously went public accusing Drake of using ghostwriters, a huge deal in hip-hop, where lyrical authenticity is everything. Kendrick didn't jump directly into that specific mess. However, many listeners thought a line in his track King Kunta, a rapper with a ghostwriter, was a clear shot aimed at Drake. Through this time, people kept speculating about Kendrick's sneak disses, with fans picking apart his lyrics for hidden meanings. For instance, many thought Kendrick's 2017 track, The Heart Part 4, was a diss at Drake, and that seemed pretty much confirmed when Kendrick referenced its lines in his 2024 track, Euphoria, showing he was keeping the pressure on. For nearly a decade, this beef was mostly fan theories and subliminal jabs. Then, March 2024 happened, and Kendrick Lamar poured gasoline on the smoldering embers. Future and Metro Boomin dropped their collab like that, and Kendrick's verse on it was an inferno. J. Cole had called himself, Drake, and Kendrick the big three of modern hip-hop on Drake's 2023 song, First Person Shooter. Well, Kendrick wasn't having any of it. He rapped, "Motherfuck the big three, nigga, it's just Big Me," and then directly compared himself to Prince and his rival to Michael Jackson, adding, "Prince outlived Mike Jack." This wasn't some subtle hint from Kendrick, it was a direct missile aimed right at Drake's claim to the throne, and a flat-out dismissal of being his peer. That track, because of Kendrick's fiery verse, immediately set the hip-hop world on fire. The Cold War was officially over, a brand new. The hip-hop world didn't have to hold its breath for long, waiting for Drake's comeback. In April 2024, a track called Push-Ups leaked, and yup, it was later confirmed as Drake's official reply. In it, Drake took shots at Kendrick Lamar's height, his collabs with pop stars like Taylor Swift, and his deal with Top Dog Entertainment. He fired right back at Kendrick's Big Me line, rapping, "You ain't in no big three." But Drake wasn't finished. Soon after, he dropped Taylor Made Freestyle. This one was extra controversial because Drake featured AI-generated voices of Tupac Shakur and Snoop Dogg, two of Kendrick's biggest idols, basically taunting Kendrick for taking his time to respond. Drake even accused Kendrick of timing his response to steer clear of Taylor Swift's album release. Using AI Tupac, though? That seriously backfired on Drake. Tupac Shakur's estate hit him with a cease and desist letter fast, forcing Drake to pull the track from his socials. The battle was now fully on, with Drake throwing increasingly personal punches. The end of April and the beginning of May 2024, that's when Kendrick Lamar unleashed a rapid-fire lyrical assault directly at Drake. First up, on April 30th, was Euphoria. Even the title was a dig, referencing the HBO show Drake executive produces. And in this nearly 7-minute track, Kendrick did not hold back. He went after Drake on so many levels, questioning his blackness, his parenting, his use of slang, and even accusing him of getting cosmetic surgery. Kendrick straight up called Drake a master manipulator and a scam artist, asking if he was battling a ghost or AI. Then, just a few days later, on May 3rd, Kendrick dropped 616 in LA through an Instagram post. The title was a clear shot at Drake's time-stamped song titles. Over a smooth Al Green sample, Kendrick alleged that Drake's own OVO crew was leaking him info and feeding him lines. He rapped, "Everyone inside your team is whispering that you deserve it." He also threw in a warning to Drake, "Can't Toozy slide up out of this one?" The message from Kendrick was loud and clear. He was ready for a long war and was hitting Drake from every angle, attacking his authenticity and even the loyalty within his own camp. The fact that it was produced by Soundwave and Jack Antonoff, who's known for working with Taylor Swift, was also seen by some as a clever little jab from Kendrick at Drake's tailor-made freestyle. The very same day Kendrick Lamar's 616 in LA appeared, May 3rd, 2024, Drake fired back hard with Family Matters. This track was Drake's direct, aggressive response, where he hurled incredibly serious allegations against Kendrick Lamar. He accused Kendrick of domestic violence towards his fiancée, Whitney Alford, claiming, "They hired a crisis management team to clean up the fact that you beat on your queen." Drake also threw doubt on the paternity of one of Kendrick's children, suggesting that Kendrick's longtime friend and collaborator, Dave Free, was the biological father. Drake clearly intended to land devastating personal blows. However, the battlefield shifted almost instantly. Kendrick Lamar responded with "Meet the Grams" mere minutes after Family Matters dropped. This counterattack took the beef to an even darker, more personal place, directly targeting Drake, his family, and his character with a barrage of shocking claims. The sheer speed and intensity of this exchange, which Drake had escalated with Family Matters, marked one of the wildest, most volatile moments in rap beef history, leaving Drake facing an immediate and ferocious lyrical assault. And Kendrick Lamar's lyrical warfare didn't stop there. Less than 24 hours after Meet the Grams, on May 4th, 2024, Kendrick dropped Not Like Us. With its infectious West Coast beat from Mustard, this track became an instant anthem and, for a lot of people, the decisive blow against Drake. In it, Kendrick made some of his most damaging claims yet, flat out accusing Drake and his OVO associates of being pedophiles. Lines like "certified lover boy," "certified pedophiles," and "say Drake, I hear you like 'em young, you better not ever go to Cell Block 1" were shockingly direct. And that bar, "trying to strike a chord and it's probably a minor," it quickly went viral, becoming a chant at public events. Drake tried to respond on May 5th with The Heart Part 6, a play on Kendrick's own The Heart series. In it, Drake denied all of Kendrick's allegations, especially those about pedophilia and having a secret daughter, claiming his team had fed Kendrick bad info to trap him. But despite Drake's denial, Kendrick's Not Like Us had already taken over. Kendrick performing the song 5 times in a row at his The Pop Out Ken and Friends concert in June 2024, that felt like a clear victory lap to many. The song dominated streaming charts, took over the radio, and really shifted public opinion on the beef heavily in Kendrick's favor. The lyrical war of 2024 involving Drake eventually spilled over into 2025, taking a wild turn into the legal system from his side. In January 2025, Drake actually filed a defamation lawsuit, but not against Kendrick Lamar directly. He sued Universal Music Group UMG, the record label for both artists. Drake claimed UMG put corporate greed first by releasing and promoting Kendrick's Not Like Us, which he argued contained false and defamatory accusations of pedophilia. He said it damaged his reputation and even led to security worries at his home. UMG shot back in March 2025, filing a motion to dismiss Drake's lawsuit. Their argument? Drake started the rap battle, willingly participated, and was now just trying to salve his wounds after losing. Drake's legal team then amended their complaint in April 2025, pointing to Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl 59 halftime performance as more evidence. During that performance, where Kendrick did parts of Euphoria and Not Like Us, the explicit term pedophile was censored. Drake's lawyers argued that this censorship itself proved the original, uncensored lyric was defamatory. Meanwhile, Not Like Us was achieving historic success, snagging 5 Grammy Awards, including Song of the Year, with Kendrick performing the hit at major events. Drake also touched on the feud in his Fighting Irish freestyle, signaling his ongoing battle. Kendrick Lamar's involvement in this feud has transcended diss tracks, evolving into a massive cultural event largely shaped by his contributions. His lyrical barrages and the severe nature of his allegations against Drake have dominated hip-hop conversations for over a year, igniting social media with endless debates, trends, and analyses of his verses. Fans and critics alike have meticulously dissected Kendrick's lyrical content, his strategic timeline, and the ethical considerations of his battle tactics, especially concerning the gravity of the accusations he leveled. Kendrick's potent attacks have unearthed profound questions. What constitutes true authenticity in hip-hop? A recurring theme in Kendrick's work? What responsibilities do artists of Kendrick's stature bear when using their platforms for such confrontations? Where is the line between artistic expression and personal attacks, a boundary Kendrick arguably pushed to its limits? His specific targeting of issues like cultural appropriation has sparked broader dialogues on identity, representation, and the commercialization of hip-hop. The intensity Kendrick brought to this conflict and the cultural waves it created are being compared to legendary beefs, cementing his undeniable and perhaps permanent chapter in music history through this confrontation. This beef, heavily defined by Kendrick's actions, is so much more than just songs. It's a true cultural moment. Let's think about that. Beyond the diss tracks themselves, what is one major cultural or ethical question Kendrick Lamar's role in this beef has forced the hip-hop community and its observers to confront? This is an open-ended one, so think about themes like authenticity, artist responsibility, or the nature of modern rap beefs as shaped by his approach. The Kendrick Lamar versus Drake beef isn't just another rap feud. It's a landmark moment in music. It's this incredibly complex mix of lyrical genius, deep personal dislike, strategic power moves, and some really heavy accusations that have kept the world completely hooked. It's pushed boundaries, sometimes into uncomfortable territory, and has definitely forced a bit of a reality check within the genre. While the diss tracks might have quieted down for now, the legal drama and the cultural impact are still unfolding. What's your final take on this epic clash? Who do you think really came out on top, and why? Let us know your score and your thoughts down in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell for more deep dives and quizzes on all things culture. And hey, tell us, what beef or hip-hop moment should we expose next? Thanks for watching!